Dun, dun. Hey, I'm Ania.
And I'm Louise. All right, guys. So, Ania, here's the thing. I like my water room temperature. I don't like it ice cold. But, you know, water is water and it doesn't taste different if it's any different temperature.
Well, unless it's hot.
Well, unless it's really hot, then you got a problem. But what about wine? What temperatures do we keep our wine at?
So the video prior to this, we talked about where to store, and of course, temperature is one of the things. I'm going to tell you, people, we tend to serve our reds too warm, and we tend to serve our whites too cold. And if your wine is too cold, you actually are not able to taste everything that's in that wine.
Yeah.
And if your wine is just too hot, clearly you're not tasting really anything either.
Right.
So obviously they'll say the cellar, like if you think of a vineyard and have a cellar, they usually keep it at what?
55 degrees, I think. 55, yeah.
If you keep your house at 55, you're going to have an unhappy wife or partner.
Seriously, if you live in a meat locker, God bless you.
So we clearly don't serve our wines even at room temperature. If you have your red, it's probably served at like 75.
Right. So if you don't have a wine cooler, what do you do to get that wine to that temperature then?
So, okay, well, wine cooler, or are you saying like if somebody just shows up and they're a white wine drinker and you're like, oh my God,
what do I do?
Am I going to chill it?
What do I do?
Because
I have a bottle of white wine and it's been sitting in my wine rack and I want to use it, but it's obviously room temperature. So what do you do?
So most of the time you would just put it on ice, right? I mean, that's the first thing. But when you just put it on ice, it's going to take a really, really long time for the bottle to cool.
So what do?
You add cold water.
That's perfect.
No, but why? Why does that work?
So what happens is when you have cold ice water and you're putting the wine, you're now enveloping the entire bottle as opposed to the ice cubes touching just portions of the bottle and cooling it at that way. So it rapidly cools the bottle itself.
Another tip, so if you do have your whites in the fridge, take it out about 15 minutes earlier so that it can start adjusting to the temperature. Another, in terms of whites, which I thought was pretty brilliant, I was out to dinner with someone and she really enjoys her whites and she knows like what temperature. Actually, when they brought up the wine, she thought it was just too cold.
Yeah.
So she said, bring the bucket, but do not put the wine on it.
Oh.
So as she was sampling and drinking the wine, she waited until the wine was starting to get room temperature, and then she put it on the ice.
Perfect.
So, which I thought was pretty brave, because sometimes in restaurants we're very uncomfortable.
Yeah, we just let them do whatever.
Yeah, no.
Speak up. Speak up. It's okay.
And now with the reds, if you think about it, the older generation, they would put ice cubes in their wine, right? And we would make fun of them. Well, maybe they knew something.
Because they needed to cool down the temperature.
I would make wine cubes.
Yeah, that's a wonderful idea. Make yourself some wine cubes just on the ready, just in case you need to chill your wine. Here's another thing, Ania, as far as, and I'm glad you brought up ice cubes. If you like your wine with ice cubes in it, have at it. You know, if that's the way you enjoy your wine, go for it.
Be proud.
Be proud of those ice cubes in your wine. We're okay with it. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Louise.
And I'm Ania.
And don't forget to subscribe below, and we will see you later.